Okay, now we continue how the Craig countercurrent method work out. In this countercurrent method, a simple type of apparatus scale is used that is known as a Craig apparatus. Okay, Craig apparatus or Craig tube, or it is also called as Craig countercurrent tube. Now this tube, two positions of this tube is shown at the bottom of this slide. ह्या स्लाइडच्या बॉटमला त्या ट्यूबच्या दोन पोझिशन दाखवलेल्या आहेत. Whenever first image of this tube shows a start of the cycle, सुरुवात करत असताना जी ट्यूबची पोझिशन असेल ती स्टार्ट ऑफ द सायकल मध्ये दाखवलेली आहे. करेक्ट, म्हणजे व्हर्टिकल एक ट्यूब दिसते तुम्हाला, हॉरिझॉन्टल एक ट्यूब दिसते, दोन्ही ट्यूब एकमेकांना जोडलेले आहेत. And these are having specific type of shape, right? Craig apparatus consists of a series of glass tube. किती ग्लास ट्यूब आहेत तर पहिली आहे वर्टिकल ट्यूब, दुसरी आहे हॉरिझॉन्टल. व्हर्टिकल आणि हॉरिझॉन्टलला एक कनेक्ट करणारी ट्यूब आहे आणि एक इनलेट दाखवलेले आणि एक अशी यू शेप्ड ट्यूब दाखवलेली. That this apparatus is a single unit, single tube. Such type of number of tube is connected in the series. Number of tube या टाइपच्या क्रेब ट्यूब त्या series मध्ये कनेक्ट केलेले असतात. Like this. This image shows single Craig tube you have seen in first slide. Such type of 50, 25, 50, 100 such type of tubes are connected in a series, and then the cyclization or cyclization carried out. So a single tube is shown here like this. That is, it contains a single tube start of the cycle that designed and arranged such that of lighter liquid phase is transferred from one tube to the next. So during the start of cycle, pink color shows low density solvent system, suppose it is organic phase, and blue colored layer shows higher density phase, that is maybe aqueous phase. So through this inlet, whenever two phases are added, pink colored phase is one phase and blue colored phase is another phase. Then the same tube is tilt in 90 degree. What is the position? Start of cycle to transfer. Transfer केल्यानंतर remember that whenever tube at the starting position tilt in 90 degree, then what is the position of that tube? The position is shown in a transfer phase. Second phase मध्ये जी ट्यूबची कंडिशन दाखवली, now it shows the separation of lighter density solvent in vertical phase previous मधल्या आणि ब्ल्यू कलरचं जे सोल्युशन असेल ते दुसऱ्या ट्यूब मध्ये. Again it is reversely tilt in the same manner. The lower heavier phase of the two phases solvent system is the stationary phase, whereas upper lateral phase is the mobile phase. Is it right? So pink color phase is the lateral phase, which is considered as a mobile phase, and blue colored phase is the heavier phase, which is stationary phase. So initially 90 degree tilted, again reverse in a 90 degree, means first position again we are going to retain. So this tube has provision of separation of upper layer and transferring in the next tube, where heavier solvent is placed. Fresh solvent is added in tube 1. Okay, at the end of the cycle, what is happening? That is, the particular tube gives separation of both solvent system. That is, mobile phase is the lighter phase पिंक कलरने जी दाखवली होती. And blue colored phase is the heavier phase, which is stationary phase. So mobile phase is continuously added to this gray tube, and we are getting separation of the system. How it works? So such type of number of particular tubes are connected, and they are tilted in 90 degree again its original position. So what are the factors affecting this method? This method is affected by solvent selection, operating condition, mode of operation, extractor type, and design criteria. So this is the solvent extraction method. Is it right? Okay, very good. Now what are the disadvantages of this process? Those solvent systems which are used for this countercurrent technique, they are very costly and inflammable. जी सॉल्व्हंट सिस्टीम आपण ह्या मेथडसाठी वापरतो ती कॉस्टली आहे आणि ते सॉल्व्हंट इनफ्लेमेबल असतात. Then hence this technique is having comparatively costly than the system that is batch process. Second thing, during this process, as the solvents are inflammable, automatically you have to take precaution, that is the system should be conducted free from fire area. System should be conducted free from fire area. Okay, so this is first disadvantage. Second, ideal solvent must have high partition coefficient. High partition coefficient in the sense that is those solvent system which we are going to use for this particular process, they should be having highest partition coefficient. And the partition coefficient just असला पाहिजे. That is, the solvent must have high affinity for the required product. त्या product बरोबर त्याची affinity असली पाहिजे. And aqueous phase has negligible solubility. Okay, aqueous phase is having negligible solubility. Normally, aqueous phase is large and the quantity of valuable products is low. Quantity of valuable product is low. Okay. Now, where it is observed, कुठे कुठे याचे application आहेत. The first application of countercurrent method is isolation of antibiotics. For example, penicillin G. Penicillin G is the one of the important antibiotic which is extracted by using aqueous fermentation broth, which is immiscible in organic solvent system like amyl acetate or butyl acetate. What is the importance of this technique? That is, penicillin G is extracted by using aqueous fermentation broth, which is immiscible in organic solvent system, that is amyl acetate or butyl acetate. Amyl acetate or butyl acetate मध्ये ते कशी insoluble आहेत, particularly they are insoluble. So countercurrent method is used for extraction of penicillin. Second, it is used for different chemical compounds which are highly soluble in aqueous systems and small quantity is soluble in organic solvent system in the production of synthetic drug and intermediate. During production of synthetic drug and intermediates, most of the chemical compounds are separated by using Craig countercurrent method, because those are soluble in water, they are easily extracted and separated from organic solvent system. Third important advantage is that this technique is used in petroleum industry. that is which are having so many side products and having a very close range of boiling points. ॲल्ड्रॉप्स तयार होतात यांचे बॉइलिंग पॉईंट्स एकदम क्लोज असतात. अशा वेळी बॅच प्रोसेस इज नॉट युटिलाइज्ड and hence in petroleum industry most of the chemical compounds are separated by using which method, that is Craig counter current method. Then aromatic compounds are recovered from paraffin fractions of petroleum oil. Paraffin fractions of petroleum oils which contain aromatic compounds. These aromatic compounds can be extracted from petroleum oil as well as paraffin fractions. So these are the important advantage or applications of Craig countercurrent method. So in this lecture, half lecture, we have studied one of the most important technique of solvent extraction, that is a Craig countercurrent method. Craig countercurrent method requires a very specially designed tube known as Craig countercurrent tube. This tube is having a structure like this shown in this slide and functions in 90 degree. Second, in this technique we can use 20, 25, 50 and 100 number of tubes in the series and separation can be achieved. So this is the methods of what, that is extraction, that is batch extraction process and counter current extraction process. Okay, this is overall about a two types of solvent extractions. Okay, thank you.